Many of us were taught that reheating food always makes it safe, but that's not always true. For some common foods, reheating creates the perfect environment for harmful bacteria, like tiny time bombs waiting to strike. In this video, we'll explore 7 everyday foods that become harmful when reheated. Foods you've been enjoying for decades could be putting your health at risk, especially after 60. I'll explain why this happens and show you simple safety steps. The dangerous myth about reheating food. Have you always believed that reheating your food makes it completely safe to eat? This common belief might be putting your health at risk. I used to think the same way. I'd cook a big pot of something, store it in the refrigerator, and assume that heating it up again would kill anything harmful. But the science tells us something different. Many of us grew up being taught that heating food thoroughly kills all harmful bacteria. Our parents and grandparents told us to make sure our food was piping hot before eating it. This advice isn't wrong, but it's incomplete. The truth about food safety is more complicated than what most of us learned. Last summer, I reheated a pasta dish that had been sitting in my refrigerator for a few days. Despite heating it until steam was rising, I became ill later that night. This experience taught me what many food scientists already know. Some bacteria have remarkable survival mechanisms that our conventional wisdom about food safety doesn't account for. Certain bacteria form protective shells around themselves called spores, tiny armor that shields them from heat. When you cook food the first time, you might kill the active bacteria, but these spores can survive. When the food cools down, the spores open up and the bacteria become active again, multiplying rapidly in what food safety experts call the danger zone. Temperatures between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 to 60 degrees Celsius. At room temperature, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, bacteria can double their numbers every 20 minutes, meaning food left out for just 2 hours can harbor thousands of times more bacteria than when first set aside. The real problem happens after bacteria multiply in stored food. They produce toxins, poisons that can make you sick. These toxins are often heat-resistant, which means they won't break down when you reheat the food. You could heat that food until it's steaming hot, and those toxins would still be present, ready to cause illness. This information is especially important for people over 60. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken, meaning our bodies don't fight infections as effectively. The acid in your stomach, which helps kill bacteria, decreases with age. Your intestines move food through more slowly, giving bacteria more time to multiply. These normal changes mean that the same food that might give a younger person a mild stomach upset could send an older adult to the hospital. The numbers tell a serious story. The CDC reports that adults over 65 have higher hospitalization rates from foodborne illnesses than other age groups. Symptoms often last longer, dehydration happens faster, recovery takes more time, and complications like kidney problems or blood infections are more common. All from eating something that didn't seem dangerous. Your refrigerator slows down bacterial growth, but doesn't stop it completely. Even refrigerated, some bacteria continue to multiply, just more slowly. This is why food doesn't stay safe forever, even when properly stored. Consider this practical example. You've made a pot of soup for dinner. After eating, you get distracted by a phone call and leave the pot sitting out for 3 hours before refrigerating it. During those 3 hours, bacteria have been multiplying and producing toxins. The next day, you reheat the soup until it's bubbling hot, confident it's now safe. But those heat-resistant toxins remain, and when you eat it, you might become ill despite the thorough reheating. I experienced this firsthand with my pasta dish. It looked and smelled fine, was heated through completely, yet still contained enough toxins to cause symptoms. Many of us make simple mistakes that increase our risk. We let food cool completely before refrigerating it. We store hot food in deep containers that take hours to cool in the refrigerator. We reheat food just until it feels warm rather than ensuring it reaches a safe temperature throughout. Temperature control is your best defense against foodborne illness. Keeping hot foods hot, above 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius, and cold foods cold, below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius, prevents bacteria from multiplying rapidly. When foods remain too long in the danger zone between these temperatures, problems develop. Leftover food typically goes through several temperature changes that create opportunities for bacteria to grow. You cook dinner, the food cools during the meal, sits out while you clean up, then finally goes into the refrigerator. Later you take it out, it warms up while you decide what to do with it, and then you reheat it. Each temperature change gives bacteria a chance to multiply. The risks vary depending on the type of food. Foods that are moist, protein-rich, or have been handled extensively during preparation tend to be higher risk. The way you store and reheat these foods matters even more. Understanding what really happens when you reheat food could protect you from serious illness. This isn't about causing unnecessary worry. It's about giving you the information you need to make safer choices. Small changes in how you handle leftovers can make a big difference in keeping you healthy. The good news is that protecting yourself doesn't require complicated changes. Simple habits like refrigerating leftovers promptly, storing food in shallow containers, and reheating thoroughly can significantly reduce your risk of getting sick from leftover food. Now